Greetings to our first tutorial in our new series, Real Life Solutions. And that's something we want to start in 2020 and explain to you how you can create different whole WordPress pages and use Brizy with that. And we want to show you in this series how you can combine Brizy with other plugins and other themes. So in this first tutorial, we want to show you how to create a course page so you can create your own online courses and sell them to other people. So we start right now with a very fresh installation of WordPress. You see, this is the basic 2020 theme. I've just finished the installation. What I've done so far is I've been uploading already all the plugins we are going to use, and I'm going to introduce them to you right now. First of all, Brizy, of course, this is a Brizy tutorial. We are going to use cart flows to sell our courses, create landing pages, and create specific checkout cards so people can buy your content. Duplicate post speeds up the content generation process. You can copy pages, posts, courses, you name it. FakerPress is a nice little tool that generates demo content because I don't want to waste too much time, and maybe we're going to use FakerPress to fill the page with some stuff so you can start and create our content and design the page. Instant Images connects your WordPress with Unsplash and gives you access to a nearly unlimited amount of splash images you can use on your website. lifterlms is our learning management system tool we are going to use to actually create the courses. lifterlms is a free plugin. It also has a professional version, but for this tutorial we are just using the free version. If you don't want to use a pre-created LMS, you can also use pods, for example, to create your courses with a custom post type. SEO Press is, in my eyes, one of the best SEO tools out there on the market, so we are going to use SEO Press to make sure that Google finds all our courses, the landing pages, and stuff like that. Smooth Scroll, well, the name says it already. It enables you to smooth scroll your website. So, for example, you click on a link in the header, and the website smoothly scrolls down to the content. And WooCommerce and all the stuff about it is going to be our sales platform. So we use WooCommerce to handle the memberships, the subscriptions, and to be able to get cash. I decided to use PayPal and Stripe. PayPal is one of the most used payment methods in the internet, and Stripe covers everything else there's around. So if you have these two, you nearly have everything you want. One I forgot, it's already active because I already have put my key in. Swift Performance, it's a cache. This cache is pretty nice. It offers an image enhancement tool, and this works perfectly together with Brizy. Brizy uses its own upload folder and common image optimization tools. They just optimize everything which is in within WooCommerce's folder structure, and Swift can optimize everything that is in this upload folder, no matter where it lies. But I'm going to deactivate Swift for the moment because it just slows down the production progress. So the first thing we are going to do is we are activating every plugin we have here, but not the Swift one. so we can start to work. There are different things we need to do on this website right now. First of all, I'm going to shut down all these informations. Skip setup and skip setup. I already did, so that's that. Good. Everything is active now. We can go and start building the page. So our front page right now still looks like 2020. And we're going to change this. We're going to design the whole website in Brizy, so we have control about everything. So it doesn't matter what kind of theme you are using. So I'm keeping 2020 for right now. First things first, what we want to do is to create courses, and members of our website can visit these courses and read them. So what we first want to do is we are going to create memberships, and to do that we create a WooCommerce product. So I'm hitting create product. We name the product here. This will be our first membership. So let's be creative. Membership number 1. Product image would be nice. Right now we have no images, so let's go to instant images. And you see we are connected instantly to Unsplash. So let's have a look what we can find here. Course, why not? Course. Well, let's take this one. You see I'm clicking once and it's downloading, it's resizing and optimizing already everything we are downloading with using this extension. So we can now add this image as product image. So here's our product image. We want to use a subscription, so people are going to pay on a regular basis. So I'm changing this one to simple subscription and add the hook in the virtual checkbox that turns off the shipment options. In inventory, I trigger sold individually, so people can only buy one course at a time. That helps you to prevent refunds if someone by accident bought the same course 3 or 4 times. They don't need that, and so you can save refunds. So for the price we take $9.90 every month. You can also say every second month, third month, or day, week, month, year. Expire after. We don't want this to expire, so our users have to decide when they want to stop paying us. The sign-up fee is paid once. So to generate the account and stuff like that. So we're done with that. We don't want any sign-up fees. And the free trial, for example, if I'm adding here a 7, so people could now join the course for 1 week, and after 1 week they have to pay. But we don't want that right now. So I'm leaving 0 in here too. And the sales price, if I'm going to add a price, it must be lower than our subscription price. And you see the sales price right now would be $5.99 every month. And we need to set a schedule. So from when to when is this discount working? But we also don't want to have any discounts. So I'm removing this, and that's it. Okay, usually here comes some information. What's this course about? I'm going to fill this one with lorem ipsum. For the long description, let's take 175 words. So this is our long description, and for the short description, let's say 35, sorry. So this is the product short description. We set it as to simple subscription. We set the price. We have chosen a product picture. We have our text, our descriptions. Let's publish. And let's have a look. So this right now is our membership product. If people are going to buy this, you see there's no add to cart or something like that. It already says you sign up now. So this is our first product. We now have to combine this product with the actual subscription. So WooCommerce is able to get us our money every week, every month. So let's go to WooCommerce memberships. Here we choose the membership plans and add a membership plan. Call this course 1. A Slack is generated automatically, and when do people become a member in course 1? We want this when they buy a product. And I'm just typing in 3 letters, and the search engine starts looking for the product I want to use. This is our membership product we just created, and we want the subscription to end when the subscription ends. So we set it to subscription length. The other thing would be people would join unlimited, and we don't want that. You can choose one unlimited if they just pay once, for example. A specific length, you can say, okay, you paid once, now you have access to this course for example, 60 days. And if you want to access this course again, you have to pay again after 60 days. And fixed dates is the same as with discounts. You can say, okay, only in April, for example, you were able to be a member in here. So let's go to publish. And this is now our membership. The Slack course 1 gets important later. So right now we've set up our product people can buy, and we have set up our membership plan. Next thing we want to do is create the landing page for our site. So let's go to cart flows, create a new, create our own. And this is how cart flows work. So first of all, we give our first flow a name. We are going to call this one course 1 and update. On the top, we have the sales landing page. The sales landing page is the page where you try to sell your course. So you can tell about the benefits people have and stuff like that. The second is the checkout. So that's the point where people can buy. First of all, we go into the checkout, hit edit. And right now here we select our product, the one we just generated, and hit update. Okay, so back to edit flow. Now you see the error message here is gone. And the thank you page is the page where people are led to after they bought your product. So let's start with the sales landing. I'm hitting edit, and you see now we have a little problem because there's no edit with Brizy button to find. So let's go first to Brizy role managers, and here you find all new post starts that got generated by the plugins we just installed, and we activate them all. So we can edit everything with Brizy, and I'm going also to enable as VG uploads. So save changes. Let's go back to our cart flows. Edit. sales landing, edit, and here you find edit with Brizy. So this now is the way where we are going to generate our landing page. First things first, we have to check one thing. Here, standard is the default template. We need to put this to templates for page builders. Update. And what we need is this next step link. So I'm going to copy this one, and now we can add it again. So let's first of all set a CTA, a call to action. This is the spot where we tell people, yo, go and buy our stuff. So I'm adding, well, let's say this one. This is our call to action. So take the subscribe now, and I'm going to paste in the link I just got from Cardflows. So this is that. Now I'm going to create the real content for our landing page. Well, I'm not doing it right now because it would take too long. I'm just picking some of our pre-made blogs. So this is the spot where you have to be a little creative and create your own landing pages, or you can use one of the Brizy landing pages we are going to create for you. We're constantly adding stuff to our library, so you can use these, and then you can start changing texts, changing images, stuff like that, and create your own landing page. So this one is everything we need. If people want, they can sign here, send us a mail, ask a question, for example. And the last thing we have right now is the subscribe now button. That's everything we want. So I'm hitting update, go back to dashboard. And now let's have a look. So this is our landing page for our online course. Next thing we need to do is we have to create the checkout. So let's hit edit again. Here's one thing important, that's the shortcode. It's always cardflows _ checkout. I'm going to copy this again. And here again, template for page builders, update. Now we can go in here, and I'm choosing I'm going to create my own. Here are our images. Let's take this one because I want something interesting and inspiring as my background. There we go. Now I have here these two blocks. I'm going to kill them first, and because I personally enjoy to work with rows. I have more possibilities with rows than with columns. So I'm going to add rows and a second row in the right corner. Here in the left corner, I want my checkout. So I'm adding a shortcode element, and I'm pasting in the checkout so that everything looks fine and nice. Let's create two cards. So for the checkout, I'm adding a white background. Let's set a border, 2 pixels, purple shadow. And because I really enjoy round corners, let's send round corners. So this will be the part with the checkout, and this one here is the part where we can, well, work something out, let's say. So what can I do to instantly have my design? I'm going over to the block we already designed. I'm choosing copy here, go there and say paste style, and you see everything got pasted. This one is exactly like this one. So let's add a text. Call this one feature. Features, more than one. Make it a little bit larger. So, and now we want to add here the features people can rely on if they're going to buy with your page. So I'm choosing the icon box, adding it here. We don't need the button. And as the icon, first of all, I want to have the shield. There we go. And the first feature will be a secure checkout. So let's make sure it fits a little bit better. Let's go down to 30. That looks nice. So the first feature is the secure checkout. Now I can copy this here. Let's change the icon again, and let's say a padlock. And the second feature would be the SSL connection. And third feature, well, let's look something up. Medic. Yeah, let's take this one. And let's call this antivirus checked. So these are our first features we want our customers to know about. Second thing, I want to make sure that they can that they instantly get access and stuff like that. So I want to have a second box. So I'm going to make a copy of this row, and here you see now we have two feature blocks, and we call this one benefits. And the idea is more or less the same. Let's make here a new icon. Let's say we want cash. Secure payment, for example. Let's take this one with the PayPal. PayPal money back. And the last one, do we have so far? Secure payment, PayPal money back. Let's take another cash one, the one with the clock. And we call this one instant access. That's something important people want to know. How long do I have to pay before I can access the content I'm going to pay you for? But right now we have them equal, so I want to change this a little bit. I'm going to take here a full length, and well, let's try a boxed version. This looks nice from the perspectives update. Back to edit flows, and let's have a look. There we go. This looks a little bit unexpected, so we have to go back to edit, and here you see it jumped back to default templates. We have to choose template for page builders again, update, and then we can again have a look. Now this is what I wanted. So on the right side people have the checkout, and on the left side they get informed about some informations about the payment process, stuff like that. You can add testimonials on that sidebar, whatever you want. Good. So we have the checkout ready. And last but not least, there would be the thank you page. Well, you get the idea. I don't have to show you how to create the next page. So we now have the product. People can join, people can pay. We have the flow generated. So the sales landing page is the landing page you put in your Facebook ads, for example. So people join that sales page. But maybe they want to know more about who's going to have the course. So we need some pages that help people decide that they can trust us. So let's start with a home page. Call this one just home, not go home. Publish. Let's add another one we call about us. About us. This is the spot where we talk about why people should listen to us. Where we tell them our background and stuff like that. Build trust. That's very important. Another thing I like to use is why choose us? Because there are a bazillion online courses out there. Why should I give you my money? This is the point where we can grab them and where we can convince them to join us. Another one could be, for example, contact. In case of that people have some questions or they need support in something. So let's have a look. All pages about us. We have contact, we have home, and why choose us. This looks nice for the beginning. Privacy policy should be active too. If you're creating your website from within the EU, you also need an imprint. If you're outside of the EU, you don't necessarily need an imprint. But for example, if you want to sell something to a German, they definitely want to know who's the person I'm going to have business with. So it's very important. Imprint to build trust. So I'm going to add this imprint page too. So next thing, let's create our menus. So the top main menu would be the main. In here I want home, about us, contact, why choose us. So home is the first one, contact is the last one, about us, why choose us. So this looks nice. Let's save. Then I want to create a new menu. I'm going to call this one legal. In the legal section, I want to have my imprint and the privacy policy. Let's save. And we create a third menu. I'm going to call this one account. And in account, I want custom links. So I have my login, my logout. Oops. Logout. And currently we have no WooCommerce pages. Oops, we need to save this. Currently we haven't created any WooCommerce pages. And we have one more setting we have to address in WooCommerce. In the general part, you have to put in your address. And what we also have to do, we have to go to accounts and allow customers to create an account. they can log in. And this one allow customers to place orders without an account. We put this one out because we want people to generate an account first, so that WooCommerce auto generates the accounts. So this is that. Let's update. Then we need, where is it? Integrations. Advanced, yeah. Card page, check out my account page. You see here WooCommerce _my_ account. That's the shortcode that has to be on that page. So we're going to create this page, add new. And I'm calling this one account. Publish. Then I put this also in my account menu. So we have now set our accounts, we have created our first pages. Let's build the whole website, right? So we go to pages, and I'm going to start with home. Edit with Brizy. And we want to generate the whole website in Brizy. So first thing we need is a nice header. So I'm going to choose this one. I had that already in mind. You see now why. First of all, in the middle I want to have my main menu. The small one on the side, I want to have my account menu. At the lower part, we need a footer. And for the footer, let's choose this one. And here is the next menu I can put, and there I'm going to put my legal menu. So this is the basic setup. I have my header, I have my footer. Now I'm turning both of them to global, so I can use them on every page. And if I'm going to edit it on one page, it automatically gets edited on every other page too. So let's design it a little bit. Let's make this one, for example, a dark one. So we need here a new color for our menu. Also here we need a new color for our menu so that we can find it. Should be a light company logo. Right now I have none, so let's forget about that one. And for the footer, I also want to have a dark footer, so change this color to white. And that's basically it. That was everything down there. Good, so we have our header dark, we have our footer dark. Time to add our content. So I'm putting in here a content block, and for the content I want to have something more specific, so I want to add a hero section. Personally, I'm a huge fan of hero sections. So let's see if we can find something nice. Let's say we have something modern we want to talk about on our page, or we want to educate our visitors for. Let's take this. It's a really nice image. Oh, this one is really nice too. Okay, so now we have two images we can use. One of them, the first one, I'm not really happy with because I don't want to have it on the whole page. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to edit image, and I am putting just the part I want, and use the crop tool and save. So back to home. Now we can choose our background image. the one with the cars. This looks nice. So let's welcome the people and tell them where they are. Your course page. So I'm going to make this one a heading 1 because I want this large, but there's one thing you need to know. If you change something in the typography, you just change the look of everything. So we want Google to know that this is a very important, the most important part here. So you have to go to settings and also change the HTML tag to H1. The next part, we want to add some content. So let's add another one. Make it white. So we can work here with one of our dividers. So we choose the lower divider. For example, this one looks nice. Change it to white. Make this one a little bit smaller. And let's put a heading here. Whoops. We are the best resource for you. Centering and making it a header 2 so that Google knows that this one is a header. I also have to change it in the settings. I'm also picking H2. You should usually just have one H1 on every website you create. So this is now our heading 2. We are the best resource for you. Let's tell them why. So first of all, I want to work on the whole length of this one. So I'm putting it to full length. And here on the right side, I want to show the latest blog posts. So let's tell people what they find here. They find here the blog centering. This one is below this H2. So I'm going to pick H3 also again in the headings. As headings, I'm going to pick H3. So this is the blog. And to show the content of the blog, I'm choosing posts. Or you can also choose carousel. Carousel, personally, I like more because in blogs I just see 3 postings. And here in the carousel, I can show much more. But what we want to do, we want to show in this carousel dynamic content. So I'm clicking here on the gray arrow on this database icon and choose dynamic content on. Now you see things changed a little bit. I'm going to change the filter to date, and I want to have the latest blog posts on the first slide, and the older the blog post, the further right they are. So this is that. Now let's create the content we want to see here. First of all, I want the favorite image of the blog post. So I'm clicking here on the image picker, choose the database server and choose featured image. That's it. You see, I've just changed the one on the right side, but everyone else changed with us. So next thing I want to have is the post title. So I'm killing the text and then hit the hashtag and choose post title, putting it a little bit larger. So next thing we have here an H3, so the post title is important. I want this to be clear as H4. Below the post title, I would like to see when was that posted. So another text element, I hit hashtag and choose post date, also centering it. And beneath the post date, I want to have my overview, what's going on in this article. So remove the text again, and I choose post excerpts. Let's center it again. Okay, so right now I want to have my post title and the post date a little bit closer together. So first of all, I'm clicking on the first text element, choose more settings, and in the margin, I set the lower part to 0. Then I'm going to click on the lower one, again, more settings, and this time I'm choosing the upper margin at 0. And to get it even closer together, I'm going right now in the negative. That was a little bit too much. So -13, let's make -15, that should work. So now you see they are nearly glued together, and I have a definite divider to my post content. Makes it easier for people to read, to find it, and so on. Let's update, and now is the spot where we want to add blog posts, so we can see how everything will look later. So where is it? Faker Press. Pop. It helps if you can read. Posts. So how many posts do we want to have? Right now I want 5. From date yesterday, why not? Parent, no. Author, I don't care. Content size, image providers, placeholders, lorem ipsum. Text and categories, meta fields, yeah, let's generate. Okay, now we have our fake posts. Let's check them out. These are all our fake posts, but I want to have them with... Oh, they came with an image. Nice to see. So you see it generates very interesting blog posts. You have outgoing links, so you can see how everything will look when you're done. So let's change one other thing I forgot. Let's go to settings, reading, and we choose here a static page and choose this home page, home. Put this here into 12 and summary, save changes. And now let's have a look. There we go. These are our posts, our blog posts, how they would look. Okay, so Hello World currently has no image. Tiny thing we can quickly change. Let's take this guy. Posts. Hello World. And set a feature image. Update. So let's take a look on our front page. Now there is an image, nice to see. Next thing we want to have, we need to do is, you see, they have no excerpts texts, so let's put something in here, because otherwise we have the problem that you see a lot of blah blah blah, like here, and this looks really ugly. So Hello World, I think, has edit. So I'm checking this text here, copying it in, update, done. Next one, let's take this one here, copy. Oh, there was something in. Update, done. Next one, update, done. And this should be the last one. Update, and done. So better. Now we have here a smaller text, and you see the names of these blog posts are extremely long, so this looks a little bit ugly, but you choose your own text, so you know how large you have your stuff. I'm not really happy with how this looks at the moment, so I want to change it and that my blog posts really jump me in the face. So let's go to Home, Edit with Brizy. And I want to create here real postcards out of them. So I'm choosing a border, not too thick, 2 pixels are fine. I'm choosing a shadow, and to have them not this cropped together, we are going to change the margin to 5, and we're going to choose a corner of 50 pixels. So now you have these nice block cards. People can see, okay, there's a difference, and they can work with that. Next thing I want to do or change is the button, because I don't like these kind of buttons. So let's make them round and add in here a gradient at 180 degree. So we go from this mint green to the purple. We choose a border, green, and a shadow, purple. Now I'm going to choose this hover and go back to background, set it to gradient, again 180 degree. And now we switch all the colors we have chosen before. So we go this one from purple to the green. The border will be purple this time, and the shadow will be green this time. So if you see, I'm going with my mouse over it, I get a really nice touch, and they look a little bit more 3D-ish. What I also want to do is add a little bit more gamification, so people see something funny when they move the mouse over your website. So I'm going to the overlay section, just the hover. Now I'm going to the gradient, and again 180 degrees. And I want to go from green to purple. And I don't want to have that prominent. So we're going to change the opacity down to 10%. Also here down to 10%. So that it's more or less more a hint of that, you know, something is going on here. So let's take this, no, back. This can be a little bit more. So you get the idea. Okay, there's a gradient running. So look at this. Now this looks great. Something more we can do to change. Again, I'm switching to the hover. Now I'm switching the borders from the border will be now purple, and the shadow will be green. Also, what you can do is give them a different look at the border. So right now, if we hit update and look now on our start page, you see there's a huge difference to what we had before. And now if people move over it, you see there we have a nice change. What you also can do to have a little bit difference to that, we go back here to border, make it solid. No, over here, that was solid. And now I'm going to use as shadow a dark shadow one, and I change these settings to 10, 0, 0. And what this does, it's very interesting. I'm going to update so you can see. Now we have our cards, and if I'm moving my mouse over it, you see the card really, it looks as it would come up to us. So this is the block, so people know when they come to us, to our page, that they have something to read here. And on the right side, for example, you can add your YouTube, embed your YouTube videos if you're going to work with YouTube videos. Let's make this one white so you can see it. And let's copy this block thing, just drag it here and call this YouTube channel. And we're not going to add. We can use a carousel. The problem is there you can work with dynamic content unless you have posts that introduce your YouTube videos. But what we can do, we can add a row. Now we have two of them here. Add a video and another video. And below this, let's also put a button. And here we put a call to action that people should subscribe to our YouTube channel. Subscribe to YouTube. And because this is again a button I don't like, I'm going here, choose copy, and paste the style. So my button looks exactly the same. Now we have our YouTube channel. To add a little bit more variety, what you also can do here is, for example, let's pick a row again, and now we put the text here, and on the other thing we put an icon, and this icon will be YouTube. Make it red as YouTube is. And I'm setting this one to right and this one here to left. So you have the YouTube channel right next to each other. Okay, so people now know you have a YouTube channel, and what we can do is make it a little bit more centered. And now I think, well, this looks fine so far. So what we can do to make sure that these are content cards, for example, we can also go and put a border, again 2 pixels, a margin of 5, 15 pixels in the lower thing, and I'm going here, choose copy, go to the other thing, to the other column, right mouse click, paste style, and you see it looks exactly the same right now. So this is the best content, the best resources for you, so people know, okay, we have new YouTube videos I can watch for free, for example, and I have the blog posts I can read for free, for example. The next thing we are going to add here, you can now pick a divider, for example. For the divider, we need another nice image. So let's pick this one here. I don't need these two, so let's call this one, for example, all you need. So all you need in one place. Make it big. I can choose here heading 1 because I'm using it in the typography. This just is optic. But what we want here, you've seen we are using H2, and we want here to tell Google this is a new section. So also again we use H2. Put this one in the middle and choose something that's more readable. Purple? Nah. I think none would be really readable. So to get things better readable, let's change. Let's add an overlay, so this everyone can now read. I wanted to have this thing here as a divider, so I'm going to add now the divider sections. For the top one, let's take this one here, and I make it white again. And for the lower part, more settings, choose the lower one, and this here again with white. So all in one place, looks nice. Let's make this one a little bit larger. I said. So 120 and 120, everyone in one place. And here, there comes the next content part. And here you now can, basically it's a copy of this section, but here you now have your courses you're going to present. So let's copy this one and paste. And again, paste. Make it full. And name this one our courses. Center, make it heading 1 from the look, and heading 2 from the HTML tag. So this is now our courses. Of course, we don't want to have YouTube channels here now or videos or stuff like that. But you can create a content card where you talk about a little bit what your course is about. So let's add an image here, for example. Let's say you work, you create courses for photography. So this guy is just checking, I don't know, I think it's a camera or something like that. So let's take this image. And the course name would be how to check your camera. Let's make this one big again. Okay, a little bit too big. Still too big. Yeah, okay. Centering. Oh, well, we can put it up here. That would be smart. So this one was H2, so we have to check here again H3. So Google knows, okay, this is a new section. And there comes the information, what's the course about. So this shouldn't be too long. People just should be teased on this spot so they know, oh, this is interesting. That might be something for me. And there you have the button where we shall tell them to enroll with course. And this button will link to the card flow landing page we created in the first place. So let's have a look on flows. This is our landing page. I'm going to copy the link. I'm going to put it in here. And we say open a new tab. So this is basically it. People now have the ability to check our courses. To make this one here a little bit more interesting, what you can do is, for example, make it animated. So you have a nice parallax when you're scrolling. Or what you also can do is pretty nice is have it fixed. So you see when people scroll over it, it's a little bit something interesting to look at. We don't want our visitors that their eyes are getting bored with the design of the website. So this is it. This is our course. People now can enroll to the course. Let's update. And have a look. Okay, looks nice. This one there is a little bit boring, the top thing. So let's make this one also fixed. But now I'm not seeing the cars anymore, so let's change the spot down here. Update. If I want to have a little more to see, so let's make it this one. Our course page looks better. Update to have a look. There we go. This looks nice. So what you notice here right now, if I'm going to scroll down, we have this white header and all our menus are gone. So what happened here? We've set our header right now to sticky. So to change the sticky header information, you have to scroll down in Brizy, and there you see your sticky header. So what we now have to do, we put in our menus again. This one was account. So, and we can stay with this one, or what you also can do, and I like really to do that with the sticky header, you can play a little bit with the opacity, you see. So let's put the opacity down to 65%, and now you have this nice look-through element. So let's hit update and check it out on the page. Scrolling down, there's our upper header, and you see we have this nice look-through thingy here. So I'm pretty happy, excited how far this looks. Pretty nice. One thing we need to do, besides of the content of the About Us and stuff like that, we need to create now our courses. That's one interesting thing to do. So let's go back. We are finished with this one here. Don't need it anymore. So Lifter created some new points you can see here. We want only to use WooCommerce to handle our memberships. Lifter comes with its own membership system, and it's a little bit hard to turn off. It would be nice if they had added somewhere a checkbox you can say, yeah, I wanted to use it, or I don't want to use it. Unfortunately, they didn't do that. So we need to trick Lifter a little bit that we can work with our setup here. And I'm going to show you right now how we set up our first course. So first of all, we hit on courses and add course. Let's see, what was the name of our first course we just created? How to check your camera. So let's copy paste this one, how to check your camera. This is our course. Nothing more to do here right now, so just hit publish. And the next, could go away. The next thing you want to do is launch the course builder. This one is a pretty simple thing. You can set up sections. So we start, for example, with basics, new lesson, turn on your camera. Well, I should click right. Turn on your camera. The next lesson, turn it off again. Next lesson, how to insert an SD card. So these are our basic tutorials. So these are the 3 lessons we have under section basic. We can add another section. Call this one, for example, advanced. And under advanced, we also have some lessons. How to clean your camera. Yeah. How to clean your camera. And let's add another one. What to do when you broke your camera. You notice I'm writing camera always with a capital C. That's not because I'm a German. That's because I want to have the reader to have the focus on the camera. So people want to join this course because they want to know how to handle my photography camera, and you want to have your buzzwords, your main focus keywords always a little bit sticking out. So it auto saves, so we can hit exit here. And now we have a look here down at lessons, and here you see everything we just created is already here, and we see what course is it from and what section is it from. So let's create our course content. I'm hitting edit again. You see we now have here our edit with Brizy. You can ignore everything you see here right now. And now let's build our course page. We go to global blocks. There we have our header. Again, global blocks, we have our footer. And here we start now our content. At first, I want as content, for example, a hero section, because we used that on the other one already. So we stick to this and make it a more or less interesting picture that more or less fits. Let's choose model. Something with wide, this one, for example, that fits better. You can also use an upscale image, but you should crop it down a little bit more, because we are only using a little bit of this image. So we have this one right here. Let's put this one away. So this was the first thing, turn on your camera was the name. So we put this one in here. Turn on your camera. Going to center this one, make it a heading. Also, again, HTML tag. heading 1 important for your SEO. So let's make this one green. Now we have a turn on your camera. Okay, looking good. And I want to put a lever divider, and I want to have this arrow section more or less so people know, down there is the interesting content. Make it white again. And here you can now add whatever you want. So you put in everything your customers want to know about this topic. So again, I'm not adding now everything in here, so I'm just adding some blocks to, well, you know, this should be the content we want people to teach about. So white, that fits a little bit better. So this is now our content. People shall learn this stuff here. Let's turn her a little bit more that you can better see it. And again, we use the fixed. Put the picker so we see her, and now we can scroll down. Yeah, that looks nice. It's exactly as we want to have it. I hit update, and people are now able to read this content. But now everyone can read this content, and that's not something we want. We only want to have people to be able to read this content who pay for it. So what shall we do? We are going now to add our own section of the content management system. So what you can do, for example, we now have just 2 blocks here. Let me add another one, and let's take one from the older kit. Let's make it this one, for example. So this one I want to have as a form of teaser content. So this everyone can read, no matter if he's a paying customer or not. Down here is now my content I want to be only for my customers. So what can we do? We now have this one here as the free content everyone is able to read. And this one is the content we don't want them to read. Making here a different overlay so it's easier for us to see. So the colored overlay should only be available for paying customers. So I'm going to add an empty block right between these two. This one will be the divider who tells our customers, yep, stay away, you have to pay to read this. So how do we do that? We're working here with shortcodes from WooCommerce. So I'm adding a text field, and this text field I'm adding this shortcode. This is always the same. You could copy it and put it on your own on your own website. This tells WooCommerce or our website, right, the next following content is content for people that are not members of your page. So here we say, sorry, if you want to read on, you need to become a member of our website. So to be able to do this, we insert a button, and after we've inserted the button, let's tell them, I'm going to use a text block again. Once you enlisted, comma, you can instantly read on. And we're going to finish this section again with a shortcode. So this ends the block. So this thing here is only readable for people that are not members of our blog. So let me just jump on our front page. let's see that we can copy this button. There we go. You see, it's so easy with Brizy to have all on every page always the same button. So this again will be the button. You know what? I'm going to copy this one here. Enroll with course. So this is going to be the button we want people to be able to press, and that goes directly to our sales page we created in the beginning. So now we want this content only to be available to people that enlisted in our course. So what we do right now, I'm going to add here in my divider a shortcode, and I'm going to paste in my shortcode for WooCommerce. This tells now WooCommerce everything that comes below this point is only for paying customers. So what we here need right now is the name, the slug of our membership plan we created in the first place. So the slug here is course -1. I'm going to copy it and put it here in. So this now tells WooCommerce only people that are enlisted with this course are able to see the content that is next to come. So next thing I want to do is I'm going to add a text line, and this one I'm calling progress. Make it a little bit larger, centering it. And here now comes our progress bar. That's the main benefit why we're using an LMS. So people know exactly, okay, how far am I right now? So I'm going to copy the shortcode element in, and here I'm going to copy in a shortcode from lifterlms. That's also a shortcode. You don't need to add any numbers or stuff like that. So this definitely is a shortcut that would work on any content page that is within the course. So with every lesson, for example. So this is done. We now have a message for people that are not enlisted with our course. So they get the information, hey, if you want to read more, please enlist, and they get the button. For people that are already enlisted, they get the progress and the progress bar. So what next thing we need to do now, everything below this thing here is forbidden. So people can't see our footer anymore. So what we need to do is we need to release content again. And we do this again with adding an empty field just above our header. And here we are going to copy in some shortcodes again. First of all, what I'm copying in here is the button people can hit once they read the article and understood it. So they can hit the button and the progress bar jumps one step ahead. So that people know, okay, I'm one step ahead. I'm creating another shortcode bar, and here I put in the same course progress bar we had on top of it. So when people hit the bar, they see how the progress bar jumps one step ahead, and that's very beneficial for them. And it's also quite motivating for them, so that they know, okay, it really helps. I'm a step ahead. Nice. Let's do the next thing. And the next thing I'm going to do and add another shortcode. There we put our WooCommerce code in, and this one opens up every content that comes after this, so everyone can see again our footer. So this is it. And now the nice and smart thing you can do with Brizy, we have now up here our hero, and we want always to have the same thing, so people don't get confused. Am I in the wrong course or something like that? So I'm going to save this one. Then we have our divider that tells people to enlist. So I'm also going to save this one. And I'm going down here, the one so that ends the restricted content. And I'm going to save this one here too. Fun fact, this this shortcode here you can use everywhere in every text field and whatever. So you can take this shortcode, and for example we can add it here, and then we take the other shortcode and put this one here. And right now, for everyone who would have no access, he wouldn't be able to read the word mindshare. It just wouldn't show them. So you with the WooCommerce system and its shortcodes, you can limit the access to your content down to a single letter or a single number, for example. So you can really decide what I'm going to show and what do some people can't see. So it's very powerful, I think, and it works 100% with Brizy. That's currently right now for me even more important. So you now know how to create the course page. Now let's see how fast we can do it. We generated right now our blocks here. So let's go to the next lesson. Turn it off again, edit with Brizy. And we start with the geo block, the header. Then we start with this next thing is a saved block, our hero. We copy the name, turn it off again. So make this one green. So we have this here. The next thing, saved block, this would be our blocking content. Then we have our article. So our content blocks. Then we have go to save blocks. We add our ending block. And last but not least, we go to global blocks and add our footer. So that's it. That's how fast you can create your own lesson pages. So one thing we need to do to be finished, we need to tell, not card flows, we need to tell our course that we don't want to use Lifter's membership tool. So what you need to go, you go to courses, hit edit, and then you scroll down here, and here you have the access plans. You add a new access plan and hit this no payment required. Give it a title, for example, free, and save. So now Lifter knows, okay, no one has to pay for that, but it still demands people to enroll. So now you go to Lifter settings, account, scroll down here, and there you see these are the required fields. And there we put them to hidden. Them to hidden, put them to hidden, and last but not least, put them to hidden. turn off email confirmation. So that's it. Yeah, this one here is just account erase. That's for the GDPR. But since we don't use this membership tool, everything down here set to hidden makes Lifter not show the enroll button. So this is that. Now you have a full working site, a full working membership site where you can sell your courses on. So you can generate as much courses as you want, put them here on your home page, or create another page where you say these are my courses, and people can enroll with them. Create with Lifter your landing pages. Create in Brizy your courses. Make them as dope as you can. You really have full control over everything. And add these shortcodes I just showed you how to create them. Generate your blocking blocks, your release blocks, and just use the save function to instantly put them onto your course pages. And that's how you generate with Brizy your own course page. I hope you liked this tutorial, it helps you. And if you have questions about how things go, don't be afraid to ask them. We will try to help you with them.